Legos. We talked about a year ago, and I feel it's time that we return to the Lego series and talk about more Lego sets that I own, from divers to time cruisers to the Adventurer series, Star Wars even. But today on the show, we're going to talk about two sets. We're going to talk about the one that I got for my birthday. Well, I bought at the Lego store during my birthday weekend. This Lego Castle by Lego Creator Series, the 3-in-1 builds that you find in stores nowadays. Which, honestly, if you get one of these, you might as well just buy two more. That way you can get the entire set. So am I planning to buy another one of these just so I could, get this tower and that? Not really planning on it. I just particularly like this castle structure right here. So we're going to talk about this one right here, and then one bonus one that I want to show you here at the end, towards the end of the video, that we got as well. So as always, get yourself a beverage, out, sit back, relax, and let's dive into the world of Legos. Eggman sucks. He doesn't deserve his doctorate. He doesn't. Dunkin' Donuts has changed to Dunkin'. Yeah, let's just call it Dunkin' and not even bother putting the donuts at the bottom of it. This makes no sense. If they're supposed to be robots, they should be looking like robots. Love this product so much. Well, I got me a second pair because I thought I lost the first pair. Like I said, we're talking about this 3-in-1 creator Lego set of this medieval castle right here. I love the medieval castle series in Legos. Always have, and I always will. I don't know what it is about it, but I just love this types of Legos as a kid and still do today. You don't really see much of it anymore in the modern era. The castle series kind of died out in the late 2000s, I believe, and I really kind of stopped collecting Legos. About 2000, 2001 is kind of when I peaked and stopped getting Legos for some odd reason, because they started going weird. I don't know what it was, but the series kind of took a weird turn. You started seeing SpongeBob Legos and all these themed Legos, which, I mean, that's all well and good. But man, I love the classic, just created series of Legos, from the divers to adventurers to, different series of medieval Legos such as the Black Knights, the Royal Knights, Forestmen, Wolf Pack, all those things right there. And, like time travel theme, like the Time Cruisers, and then there was the Twisted Time Cruisers, which was their villain counterpart, just the creative series. And of course, Lego City is still going strong today, as it always has been. And, you see a lot of great creations from Lego Cities, especially in the modern era. I love that is still going on. You can still find all the classic city stuff all over the place, retooled, reimagined, everything you could think of when it comes to Legos, But Star Wars is still very strong. Of course, you got all these new series with Star Wars, like The Mandalorian, the Obi-Wan Kenobi series on TV, and soon you're going to have probably Andor Legos as well whenever that comes out in September. So a lot of great stuff going on for Lego, for sure. The Super Mario Lego series, my son has all those pretty much. Not all of them, but a good chunk of them he has those, but they're in pieces. I mean, because he breaks things. He's 8. When I was 8, I preserved these things, all right? So there's the difference between me and him. He destroys it, I keep them preserved and built. So, but anywho, let's talk about this Lego Castle set. Let's talk about the box real quick here. Again, 3-in-1. This is the main feature of this set. Most of the pieces are going to be here, but you can build these two here. Of course, you have to deconstruct this thing if you want to keep using the same set pieces. But you might as well just buy 3 of these. That way you can get all the sets. This thing costs about $100 at the store, at the Lego store even, on retail. You got different sceneries here on the back of the box. And so you got all these cool different models they show here and here behind, everything, kind of different viewpoints, different imagings about what things do within this set. There's only just a few minifigures, if I can get that spit out. There's like 3 main ones and then a modern skeleton, which I didn't know how I felt about the modern skeleton because I'm used to the dangly arm skeleton. You know, like this one here, dangly arms. Now they're pretty solid. So let's take a dive into the castle, shall we? This is it right here. This is the medieval castle by Lego Creator, the 3-in-1 series. As you can see right there, kind of taking a look at some of the designs of it. It's pretty awesome, pretty cool. You got that crow up there with a little torch, an archer up there, another guy here with a spear and a shield. All right, pretty awesome stuff. That's the Black Falcon's emblem from the Lego series. I got a classic figure of a Black Knight from that same group right here, from my Black Knight fort. So pretty awesome right there. How you can tell the difference between the two emblems right there. This is of course the past version. This is the current modern version of it. So pretty awesome. You got some torches up front. You got a tree with some mushrooms and fungi on the side. Of course, a little bit of foliage right there of vines. Of course, it looks like it sits on water. So you got a little drawbridge right here. There's a little crane on the side up there that kind of helps lowers and raises it. Of course, you got to lift up a bar because there's a bar that's holding it in place right now. Of course, right there's that minifigure. This is actually a female figure right here. So you got a girl, first ever really I've seen in the medieval series, really. Before that, other than princesses and queens and such. And this is the guy figure right here. It's kind of gruff looking with that beard. So a lot of cool things right there for this set. Right there for that. Of course, you got a little bit more foliage over here. You got a water wheel that does operate a blacksmith shop, which I'll show you here in just a sec when we get inside of it. We got some chickens back here with an archer target, weather vane up top. All right, you got right here is kind of the escape passage to the dungeon cell. All right, as you can see right in there, there's a dungeon cell there with a gold cup. I like how the cups are gold instead of yellow like the old school ones were. You got the skeleton. This is the modern skeleton without the dangly arms. He's got movable arms, which I like that actually. I really enjoy that. So if you could give him a sword and the armor and he'd just go to battle, or you just play dead. However, usually my skeletons are alive. All right, let's just be real with that. My skeletons are characters. They are alive. They are either villains or good guys, depending on how we tell the stories or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and open this up here, if I don't break that right there. So this opens up this way. It is latched in there pretty well. So there we go. So you can open up. It locks in there. And you can really just expand into a wider view. This is inside of it here. You got this guy, this is the throne room. You got a little fireplace in there with a candlestick. Down here, this is where I was talking about the basic blacksmith shop area. You can see there's a sword and there's a hammer. You turn the water wheel. And just kind of goes to work right there. You got the armor. And then you got this is pretty much the Lego mouse and a piece of cheese. You got a mouse problem. You got a treasure chest back behind the stairs as well. A couple other rooms in the towers and such. Right here, this is where the drawbridge kind of raises and lowers. I love the chain that they use on here. I know like the Royal Knights Castle I have, they use string, but this has actual chain, and it's pretty sweet that they use the chain for the drawbridge. Then you got a little market area right here of food, and of course you got a jail cell right there for the dungeon tower up here. Pretty cool setup here. So if we turn it around, you can kind of view the expanded out view of the castle like so. So pretty cool setup right here for this set. This right here is the classic Forestman Forest Hideout set. This is the box celebrating 90 years of play for Lego. It's a pretty cool classic reimagining of a set that came out, I believe, late 80s or probably 1990. I don't really remember which year, but I think it was 1988 or 89, something like that. But this is it right here. This is like the reimagining of that set. This is a little target. You got a little mushroom right there. You got a forester guy right there. And then this does open up. You got a lot of foliage on this thing because, you know, they're forest people. So I'm trying to remember how this opens up here. Oh, like that. So if you kind of open it up, trying to hold the camera and do this at the same time is a little tricky. But yeah, there it is right there. It opens up like that. This roof part opens up right there. Like I said, a lot of foliage all around this thing. And you got a lady, again, Lego figure for the medieval set, which is pretty awesome. And this is the latest addition they put in there. I know the classic set didn't have a ladder, but this one has a ladder right here. And of course, you got a little barrel with some treasure, a spear. These spears used to be like either black or brown in the early days sets. Now they're actually silver. I know this. Here's the thing about this: the swords, compared to the old swords, have been redesigned and retooled. So I do like the new detailed look of the swords that they have, and of course, detailed look on this. They used to just be plain basic smiling heads. And they got like new facial features and such on these new ones. So pretty cool right there for this one here. This was actually an exclusive at the Lego store. If you spent, I believe, like, I don't know, I think $50 or $100 at the Lego store. This was for like 1 week only. You will get this set for free. But this happened to show up on Amazon, and I definitely took advantage and dropped $50 on buying this set here. Just to have this as part of the collection, because it is, again, a reimagining of the older set celebrating 90 years of play for Lego. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 2 Lego sets in one episode. Knocked it out. Some great sets designed by Lego, and really, really exciting time for the Lego series. You know, even as an adult, I still enjoy building these things. The castle itself that I built took about roughly 3, close to 4 hours just sitting and building that thing. This thing took 8 when I was a kid, so there you go, half the time. And it's had a base plate too on top of it, so maybe I was a little slower at building Legos back then, who knows. But, you know, this Forester one took, I'd say, about probably 30 minutes to an hour at least building it. So really cool to have this classic set in my set of collections of Legos. So that's it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe out there. Go get your Lego set and build as a hobby. Take care.